Dread it. Run from it. Destiny still arrives.
I'm sure this is a topic that a lot of people just don't want to hear about, and I know I'm bound to get a bunch of dislikes for it too, but I have to say this now in hopes that I'm wrong, and if in the unfortunate circumstance that I'm right, I can say I told you so. I strongly believe that microtransactions will be coming to Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled in some shape or form. But before I go any further, I must quickly address one thing that I know I'm going to get immediately called out for. Beanox themselves said a few weeks ago that the game would contain no microtransactions. However, despite them saying this, I think it's a load of horseshit.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying!
At the very least, one thing is obvious to me after playing the game for the last couple of days. Microtransactions are either coming to the game, or they were cut from the game not too long before the release. First of all, I'm going to start by discussing why I think they were removed from the game, before I go on and say why I think they could appear later on in the game's lifespan. CTR in its current state has Wumpa coins and the pit stop, which is essentially the same thing as in-game shops in games like Fortnite or Apex Legends. You can buy skins and other general customization items. However, unlike Fortnite and Apex, you have to use this item shop to buy actual characters in the game. Yes, seriously. Although, unlike the other games mentioned, you can actually earn the coins in CTR at a somewhat constant rate, but there's still a couple of things stopping you from being able to always get the stuff you want. The most obvious thing to talk about, and what I'm going to start with, is, of course, single player. If you play in single player, you earn very few coins. The amount per race is very low. At most, it's about 80 for coming first place in some of the later tracks. The majority of stuff in the pit stop is upwards of 1,000 coins, so earning on average about 40 per race means it's going to take forever to actually earn anything. When you play online races against other people, you earn coins in the hundreds. The amount varies based on what tier the track is. The game doesn't really explain the tier mechanic at all, so most of what we have to go off is guesswork, but the easiest way to explain it is that earlier tracks like Crash Cove give less coins at the end of races, whereas Cortex Castle, for example, gives about 600 if you win. If you haven't played the game yet, or you haven't played a lot, you're probably thinking, what's the big deal here? Well, the amount of coins you can earn in a day is capped. That's right, they actually stop you from being able to earn a consistent amount of coins after you've played what they consider to be too much within a 24-hour period. The exact amount of races this takes isn't super clear. A Reddit post says it's either 5,000 coins or 15 races. I've linked that post in the description, so make sure to have a read of it. Why do they even place a limit on the amount you earn? The main theory is that they want to keep multiplayer numbers up by stopping people from getting enough coins to buy everything within a few days of playing, and then just waiting for the next Grand Prix to start. I'll be talking about the Grand Prix in more detail a little later on in the video. However, I believe the intention here is malicious. Either Wumpa coins or Wumpa boosters are going to be purchasable in the game at a later date, or they were going to be in the game but were removed not long before launch, thus leading to weird design choices based around them being left in the game. The throttling of progression towards getting the things you want is just absurd to me. It is a huge buzzkill when you're racing online with your friends and all of a sudden you reach your cap on coins for the day, often leading to the awkward situation of, so I reached the coin cap for the day, so I guess I'm gonna come off now, maybe we can play some more. The main example of this system is Entrance. Entrance can't be bought by himself, you have to get the summer bundle that includes him. This costs 7,200 coins and isn't always in the store. The estimated cap for the day is 5,000, so you can't actually make enough in one day unless you painfully play for hours, earning on average maybe 60 coins per race. This is why you would expect there to be a way to either buy coins or boost your rates to what they were at the start of the day. But there isn't. At least not yet anyway. Moving on from that, we have the upcoming Grand Prix, which will be every month, and all I have to say on those is
Chickens are up to summit.
Clearly, these Grand Prix are going to work like battle passes. You level it up, and the more you play, the quicker you can unlock characters, skins, carts, decals, that kind of thing. I highly doubt that Activision of all companies are seriously going to provide entirely free events of this size without some kind of catch. No doubt there will be some kind of cap on how much XP you can earn per day, but I also suspect there will be some way to boost your XP by paying real money. We don't have to look any further than Black Ops 4 here, a game that not only costs full price and has a season pass, but also contains a battle pass with boosters you can buy, loot boxes to get skins, and new guns that they add to the game, as well as occasional secondary battle passes that run at the same time that you have to buy into. Did I mention Activision published this game? I can so easily see them exploiting the Crash community by locking characters like Von Clutch or Rilla Roo behind these kind of things. Characters that some people can live without, but others will feel the desperate need to get and end up spending money trying to chase after them. I mean, just look at Fortnite. Kids spend all kinds of money on the most stupid shit. Activision know this, and they know they could easily exploit a game for kids with this kind of system. I haven't got much more to say today on this topic. However, as I said earlier in the video, I would love to be wrong here. And if I'm not, then I guess we can add Crash to the list of games Activision have ruined for their own greed. Oh wait, they already did.